90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Couple Loren and Alexei have been involved in tons of scandals lately, and maybe the strain of dealing with shade from fans and co-stars is getting to them. As Loren recently put down her husband, Loren's always outspoken. Sometimes she goes way too far. In fact, she's the main reason why she and Alexei are always embroiled in some type of controversy. However, now and then, he stirs up trouble too. Loren's one of the most polarizing reality stars. Sometimes she's endearing, such as when she talks about how hard it is to parent small children, or opens up about her postpartum depression. However, at other times, her emotions seem too over the top. She appears to ham it up for clout. Her husband, Alexei, has a calmer, gentler temperament. Mostly, they balance each other out, but there are signs that the scandals they've been a part of lately may be taking their toll. Tense, superior Loren's ego is out of control. Will her diva ways cause problems with Alexei? Loren and Alexei met on her birthright trip to Israel. They seemed like a match made in heaven and were destined to marry and have children. They also became pillow talk sensations. However, during their on-screen and off-screen journeys, there have been hints that Loren's personality is being negatively impacted by fame. For example, the high and mighty Loren was accused of being a mean girl at our r/90-Day Fiancé Uncensored thread started by Go See a Live concert. One Redditor said, "I love how Thays asks if Loren thinks she's better than everyone, and Loren responds with 'excuse me,' and Thays responds 'excuse you.'" She also clashed with Big Ed Brown, who called her a bottom feeder. Big Ed actually made that insulting remark a couple of years ago while chatting with Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright during their podcast. When reality hits. As well, Loren rubbed Sophie Sierra the wrong way. During the 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8 Tell All, Sophie described Loren as faking the ideal life online. She also called Loren selfish. 9 Alexei was a cheapskate about Loren's birthday gift. Why was he trying to cut corners? Loren deserves a great birthday gift, but Alexei seemed to want to buy her the cheapest experience he could find. When he went looking for a gift, he hit up a day spa, asking them to provide him with a deep discount. Loren turned 36 on June 30, 2024. Above, Loren posed with Alexei. It's her most recent post, and she said that their marriage is forever, but it might not be true. When Alexei contacted a day spa in Miami, Florida, he requested a lower price, and that's unromantic. He was classified as a freeloader who was using his clout to get out of paying for things. It's not unusual for celebrities to try and get perks, but it can be a sign of entitlement. It's something that's usually expected from A-list stars, not 90DF celebrities. For example, when Reese Witherspoon got pulled over for driving under the influence, she asked the cop, "Do you know my name?" As per CNN, she wasn't trying to get a cheaper price, but she was trying to get out of being arrested. That stuff doesn't really look good. It feels like unbridled ego. If Alexei was really happy with Loren, maybe he'd try a bit harder with her birthday gift. He probably wouldn't look for a really inexpensive gift that frankly doesn't feel that personal. Maybe he'd give her a classic romantic gift, such as red roses or jewelry. As it stands, the day spa gambit feels a bit strange, as though he was trying to get the process of giving her a present over with. Loren is currently 36. Alexei is currently 36. 8 Loren laughed at her husband Alexei's supportive comment. She took a mild jab at her mate. Loren criticizes her partner even when he has her back, which is a little bit unusual. For example, when Loren posted a video that showed her asserting herself with fellow castmates, he was trying to make his wife feel good. He wanted her to know that he was on her side. That's sweet in theory, but Loren seemed notably unmoved by the gesture. Instead of feeling proud that he defended her, she didn't seem to feel anything at all. She basically scoffed at her partner and the father of her children, saying, "Not my husband supporting me for 5 mins." Loren is such a sarcastic and snarky person, and she often seems like a childish woman. That kind of mentality isn't helping her in the court of public opinion. She may see herself as a comedian, but others might see it differently. They might consider her a woman who publicly nags her husband for not doing enough to please her. Alexei's a pretty mellow person, and a lot of people might think that Loren should feel more grateful for having him in her life. While that's true in a sense, he's done things that contrast with his good guy image in the past. He's offended Loren in the process. One example is when he didn't give her emotional support when she planned to get a mommy makeover. 7. Her mommy makeover may be for Alexei, but he was actually against it. He didn't approve of the procedures. Sometimes, when women get mommy makeovers, they do it for their partners. They want to restore their pre-baby bodies. It's possible that this was at least one of Loren's motivations. Of course, she did it for herself too. In fact, she ended up having 2 natural mommy makeovers instead of 1. With this natural process, fat is moved from one part of the body to another. A lab-created substance isn't added to a person's body. Although the makeover was natural, Alexei wasn't in favor of it. That may be because plastic surgery isn't risk-free. Yes, the substance transferred from one body part to another wasn't synthetic, but she still had to go under the knife. That means the risk of complications, including bruising, bleeding, and infection. That may not be a totally bad thing. Maybe he thought she was beautiful without any tweaks. That would be romantic. The issue is that this is something she wanted. She was determined to get it. Hearing negativity from Alexei probably irritated her, as she'd already made up her mind. In that situation, when a partner knows that a firm decision's been made, it's best to just go along with it. They're going to do it anyway, and they'll remember that their significant other didn't approve. In the past, Loren opened up about her body dysmorphia. She was candid about her body image issues. With that disorder, what people see in the mirror isn't reality. They see problems that other people might not notice. This issue can be very serious. A person may become quite focused on how their body looks. They may go to extreme lengths to change it, so their figure or physique fits an ideal that may not be realistic. In some cases, procedures can ease the emotional pain of body dysmorphia. However, patients often have unrealistic expectations. Loren does seem thrilled with the results of her mommy makeovers. Loren's flaunting her sketchy fashion online and making every effort to show off her toned body. That's good. She should be comfortable in her own skin. She should enjoy her body. The fact that Alexei didn't want her to get the procedure shows that they're not always on the same page. 6. Loren is very moody online. She might be hard to live with. She's cried on social media. Loren cries on Instagram. She really unloads, having PMS meltdowns and more. She's not afraid to get very real with her followers. In fact, she seems like a very emotional woman. Loren's a Cancer, and people born under this sign are known for their dramatic mood swings. They're up and then they're down. They lack the sort of peaceful calm of Taurus natives at their best, or the steely self-control of Scorpios. What's troubling is that Loren takes to social media to feel better when she's at a low ebb. Shouldn't her husband be giving her moral support behind the scenes? Probably he does, but Loren seems addicted to the attention she gets as a momfluencer. This may actually be causing problems in her marriage. She's always posting about her bad days, and that may mean money in the bank. However, her husband may wonder why she's putting it all out there like that. It seems a bit kooky. 5. Their Israel photo scandal may have strained their marriage. Are Loren and Alexei okay? When Loren and Alexei started posting Israel vacation photos as the nation's conflict with Hamas was raging and evoking a lot of heated opinions, they must have known they'd get some hate online. However, they may not have realized how bad it would be. After all, what they did wasn't so bad. They just posted pictures taken in a country that means the world to them. They have strong ties to Israel. They want to be there sometimes. In the post above, Loren said, "Israel, you'll always be our home." Flying into 36. Literally. Despite that, when they added their Israel content, gushing over the country and talking about how much they love it, they were trashed. Sure, not everyone disapproved, but many people were offended. They felt that Loren and Alexei were using the controversy over Israel to get more attention. Others believe that their Israel posts were tone deaf. Another issue is that they clearly support Israel at a time when the country's being accused of war crimes. Someone sounded off, saying, I don't understand traveling to a country that is actively in a war. It was a bit unusual that they travel there at that time. However, their intentions might have been good. It wasn't necessarily just one big clout-chasing move. Nonetheless, the fact that the couple makes shady decisions together seems to point to trouble. As a united front, their gaffes range from crass to intentionally hilarious. Maybe their judgment as a duo is lacking. 4. Loren cracked a joke about being Alexei's green card. Did her joke expose some doubts about him? Loren posted another lighthearted picture and caption in late July of this year, celebrating 8 years of togetherness with Alexei, as seen above. The post is cute, with her holding a "I'm the green card" t-shirt. He gave her a kiss on the head while she made a face. This is classic Loren, a somewhat cheesy photo op with a mildly sarcastic caption. However, since Loren really is the green card, it may be a sign that she occasionally doubts her husband. He became an American citizen only 4 years ago. That's something that a lot of people aspire to. Loren and Alexei are currently living in Florida. It's possible that Alexei wouldn't be able to chase the American dream without his legal tie with his wife. It has to be said that some 90 DF cast members get involved with other people solely so they can get green cards. It seems like Pedro Jimeno did this to Chantel Everett. He used her and then discarded her. Chantel is healing and Loren and Alexei are still married. Alexei's love appears to be real, but maybe Loren wonders if he'd love her this much if she wasn't American. It's natural to ask these sorts of questions. If she doesn't worry about her husband, she may post this lovey-dovey stuff just to reassure herself and the public. She seems to go out of her way to make her and Alexei look like the perfect duo. It's rare that things are really so perfect behind the scenes. Every couple has problems. 3. Loren's parents thought she was a doormat. They didn't support Loren and Alexei's proposed move to Israel. When Loren and Alexei were mulling over a move to Israel, Alexei didn't seem like a green card hunter. However, that relocation hasn't happened yet. They're still in America in 2024, as previously mentioned. They visit Israel but don't live there. When they were talking about moving there, Loren's parents hated the idea and felt she was weak for even considering it. Maybe they believed that Alexei was trying to push Loren around. If he makes most of the decisions in their marriage, that might be a problem. No, they didn't move, but maybe he could have gotten his way if he'd really wanted to. He might have decided that Loren would be happier in America, closer to her family and friends. However, in the future, he might change his mind again, and Loren could choose to go along with it just to keep the peace. If so, that might not be a healthy dynamic. Eventually, she could begin to resent him for calling the shots. 2. Loren and Alexei may be too good to be true. Loren acts like they're a superior pair. Loren's superior act is grating. Yes, she's a loving mother and a good wife, but so are a lot of other people. She is not the only one who cares about her nearest and dearest. When Loren paints her relationship with Alexei as totally perfect and aspirational, it seems fake, like she's trying too hard. The concept of just being quietly happy with a partner and enjoying life eludes her. Everything is a performance, including her turning Alexei into a model post as seen above. The thing is, other people don't think she and Alexei are so perfect at all. And maybe they're right. Big A thinks that Loren glories in the misery of others and even profits from it. That's what he meant when he called her a bottom feeder. Loren seems to get into so many feuds, and in fact seems to enjoy war more than peace. There's the constant drama that one expects from a histrionic personality type. When a person is histrionic, everything has to be larger than life. Nothing is subtle or particularly sophisticated. This type of person wants a reaction at any cost. Even negative reactions may energize them. Anything is better than not getting attention at all. From wearing suggestive clothes to inappropriate posts, a histrionic person with celebrity will stop at nothing to try and impact the peanut gallery. Loren should tone down the superior act if she wants respect. It gets embarrassing. It's a sort of secondhand embarrassment feeling, like here she goes again. 1. Loren and Alexei are under a lot of pressure. Can they handle the heat? Loren can be annoying, but she's never really heartless. If she was, it might actually help her when she's dealing with the trolls who roast her. That kind of cold-blooded vibe can be cultivated. A person doesn't have to feel everything. They can filter out the garbage. However, at this stage, any fan can get a rise out of her. That creates pressure. She spends more time reacting than she should. When Big Ed called her a bottom feeder, she acted like the world was ending. She began spamming fans with posts defining bottom feeder, desperate for their reassurance. She wanted them to tell her she wasn't a bad person. However, she should know that already. She shouldn't have to get affirmations from strangers. Alexei probably takes the edge off some of her theatrics and anxiety, but she needs a stronger, more stable center. Obviously, what some critics have to say shouldn't define her, even if Big Ed is one of those critics. Loren and Alexei have been together for a long time. They've paid their dues as a couple. They have a good chance of making it, but if Loren keeps putting every thought and utterance online, they may find it hard to withstand that kind of drama. It takes them out of the relationship and puts them in another place. The 90-Day Fiancé stars should focus on their family and their love for each other. Those are the most important things of all. The issue is that people turn on her and Alexei when she acts like some kind of queen. It feels ridiculous and cartoonish. Then they need to do damage control, and that can end in disaster. Yes, it's funny sometimes, but it's probably not worth risking a 90-day fiancé. Happily ever after, marriage over.